What's up, soccer fans? Mike Guglielmi, Sons of a Pitch, an American soccer podcast, here to bring you my picks and predictions for Week 14 of the MLS action, starting out in the midweek and over the weekend here going into August. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you hit that like button down below. As well, turn on that notification bell and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our awesome American soccer content. Without further ado, let's get into these picks here. LAFC hosting Minnesota in the first game of the week in the midweek. And this one, the odds in this one, crazy odds. Minnesota United plus 440. LAFC at minus 192. The draw comes in at plus 350. This one, LAFC's not been playing great lately. Minnesota has beaten Portland and Seattle in successive weeks. Minnesota, yes, they're on the road. LAFC plays much better at the bank, but I really like the odds here at plus 440 for a team that has beaten two of the top teams in the Western Conference over the last couple of weeks. My pick, Minnesota United to get the victory at plus 440, and strictly because of the odds. Could see the draw happen in this matchup as well. New York City against Columbus. This one, New York City at home, minus 208 odds, plus 500 for the Crew, plus 320 for the draw. New York City is rolling right now. They put a beatdown on Orlando City last week, and the Crew still doing okay as well. Draws here and there. They pulled off a win over New York City shorthanded a week and a half ago. I could see them doing it again, but New York City's just too strong right now. I'm going New York City minus 208 as my pick for the victory. Next game up, Orlando and Atlanta. This one, Orlando comes in at minus 119, Atlanta at plus 275, and the draw comes in at plus 275. Yes, Orlando just got killed by New York City last week. I admit that, but Atlanta looks like complete trash out there. They lost to Columbus. I see Orlando bouncing back in a big way, especially being at home. I think being a slight rivalry game with Atlanta, I could see Orlando really jumping out and kicking some butt in this game. My pick, Orlando City to get the victory at the minus 119 odds. LA Galaxy hosting the Portland Timbers this Friday night. We'll be live right here on Sons of a Pitch. This one, the odds come in at plus 105 for the LA Galaxy, plus 215 for the Portland Timbers, and the draw comes in at plus 105. The draw comes in at plus 260. This one, the Timbers, up and down. You don't know what you're going to get from the Timbers. They're on the road. Mora is in good form right now, the striker. But the Galaxy, at home, they really need to bounce back as well. My pick in this one, I'm going with the Galaxy to get the victory, plus 105 for LA Galaxy. Next game up, Seattle Sounders against the San Jose Earthquakes. Sounders come in at minus 169. Earthquakes come in at plus 390, and the draw comes in at plus 310. The odds makers do not see much of a draw happening in this one. San Jose, they do draw a lot, so if there's any other result in this one, I could see a draw, but Seattle just lost over the weekend at home at Lumen Field to Sporting Kansas City. Expect Seattle to bounce back in good form here against a rough San Jose Earthquake side. My pick, San Jose can't get it done in Seattle. My pick, Seattle minus 169 for the victory. All right, next game, New York Red Bulls hosting New England Revolution. This game is plus 116 odds for the Red Bulls, plus 200 for the best team in the East, New England Revolution, and the draw comes in at plus 255. Well, anytime I'm getting plus 200 odds on the best team in the Eastern Conference, and actually right now the best team in MLS, points per game wise, I'm taking it. New England Revolution to get the victory in New York Red Bulls Arena. I like it, plus 200. My pick, New England Revolution. All right, next game up, DC United and FC Cincinnati. This one from TQL Stadium in Cincinnati. Cincy comes in as the dogs, though, plus 175. DC United at plus 134, and the draw comes in at plus 245. This one, Cincinnati, God, they just can't seem to get it going. If there is a chance, they should be able to get it going against a team like DC United, especially at home at TQL Stadium, that brand new stadium. When will they get that bounce? I don't know if it's going to happen, though, this time. DC's been playing decent. They've been getting a lot of results on the road as of late. My pick, DC United to get the victory against FC Cincinnati, who just continues to struggle. Plus 134 for DC United. Montreal and Miami. Montreal at plus 230, Miami at plus 104, and the draw comes in at plus 250. This one in Miami. Can Miami get things turned around? They did pick up a draw against Philly last week after losing horribly in the game before that. Will they be able to beat a Montreal team? I think Montreal's just too good. My pick, Montreal plus 230 odds against a very, very bad Inter Miami team. Even though Phil Neville's playing for his job, that's the only way that Miami pulls this off. I've got Montreal on the road. Technically, they're comfortable at that stadium. They were there for a long time at the beginning of the season. I'm going Montreal plus 230 as my pick. Houston hosting Real Salt Lake, plus 230 for RSL, plus 102 for Houston. The draw comes in at plus 255. For this one, RSL continues to grind out results. I expect them to do the same thing, and I am on the underdog train this week, getting some money through the underdogs. I'm going with RSL as my pick, plus 230 for Real Salt Lake to get the victory over Houston. Next game up, Sporting Kansas City, FC Dallas from Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City. The odds come in at minus 196 for SKC, plus 440 for Dallas, and a draw at plus 330. Sporting Kansas City rolling right now. Big victory over Seattle in Lumen Field, 3-1 last week. Sporting Kansas City always plays well at home. If they get their road form going, look out. However, FC Dallas, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This team is so damn inconsistent. If this is a game, if I'm betting individual games, I'm not betting this one. I'm staying away from Dallas. They are way too inconsistent. They'll win games against teams they're not supposed to beat, and then they lose games against teams they're supposed to lose to. They're a mess. You never know what you're going to get out of them. So I stay away from this if I am only betting individual games, but I bet every single game, $50 every single game. The consistency is where I win my money at the end of the day. I'm not going to make a ton of money, but I'm also not going to lose money, and I'll take a win all day long at the book. Now, FC Dallas, Sporting Kansas City, as far as a pick, I got to go with Sporting Kansas City, minus 196. They're playing well. They just whooped up on one of the best teams in soccer right now in Seattle. So I'm going Sporting Kansas City as my pick at minus 196, but watch out, Dallas. You never know what you're going to get out of that team. Austin FC against Colorado Rapids. This one from Austin, Q2 Stadium, where they're going to host the CONCACAF Gold Cup semifinals here on Thursday night. Austin and Colorado. Austin just got beat by Seattle and their 15 and 16-year-old Tacoma Defiance team. And Colorado always seems to pull off results. Plus 220 for the Rapids, plus 115 for Austin FC, and the draw comes in at plus 230. This game here, I am going with the draw in this matchup. Plus 230, I could see the Rapids on the road end up hitting that draw. So going with the draw in that matchup. All right, last game on Saturday night, the 31st. Minnesota United visiting Vancouver Whitecaps. Plus 275 for the Whitecaps, minus 125 for Minnesota, and plus 285 for the draw. Vancouver has been playing much better as of late. Minnesota, as we talked about, doing really well. We'll see how they do midweek against LAFC. But this one, I see Minnesota getting another victory. Minus 125 for Minnesota is my pick. I just don't have any faith in Vancouver, even though they are picking things up a little bit on in their recent matches. Maybe getting back to Canada will help them a little bit, but I'm going Minnesota as my pick. All right, the last two games on Sunday. Guys, check out the join option down below. We've got new memberships here on Sons of a Pitch Soccer. We've got three different levels. $199 for your starter level. That's going to get your name in the description down below, or in the bar below me. Then you're going to get the awesome emojis and the loyalty badges. $4.99 going to get you access to the members only lives, merchandise at a discounted rate, actually at cost, and then your $9.99 option is for the sports bettors. Just like you, if you're still watching this video, you are a sports bettor. Look into signing up for that $9.99 option. You're going to get my picks for every single over/under for the game for the week, and then I'm going to give you a prop bet of a player to score in each matchup. Then I'll also throw in a 3-team parlay for the week. We have now hit on 4 out of our, I believe it's like 11 parlays, making money on those 3-team parlays for sure. And I'll give you those picks in my $9.99 All-Star video each week. So thank you to the members who are already All-Stars, and if you haven't joined yet, get on it. All right, last 2 games of the weekend. We've got Philadelphia hosting the Chicago Fire. Philly comes in at minus 138. Chicago at plus 340. The draw comes in at plus 270. Chicago Fire dominating Toronto over the weekend at home. Philly tying against a team like Miami. You don't know what you're going to get here. Philly should win this game, hence why they're favorites at minus 138. The Fire have seemed to be playing a little bit better lately, and this one I could possibly see a draw happening in this matchup. But I'm going to go with Philly at home, minus 138. They should have Andre Blake back in goal for this one. I'm going to go with the Union as my pick, minus 138. Nashville SC visiting Toronto FC at BMO Field, plus 133 odds for TFC, plus 185 for Nashville, and the draw comes in at plus 235. TFC, this is a team who is unbeaten since they got rid of Chris Armas under Javier Perez. Nashville, a lot of draws for this team. Which Toronto team will show up? Will a team who knows how to win but doesn't play well, will they be able to pull it off against a team who may not play well, and kind of in a similar situation, right? They might not play well, but they end up pulling off results. So that should be a battle there between those two teams. I'm going with the draw as my pick, plus 235 as the draw. There's where I'm going. All right, guys, that's it for my picks and predictions. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you aren't subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button as well. You'll love the content here. Thanks for joining. Good luck with your bets this week, and we'll talk to you guys real soon for our next live reaction.